Catherine Patricia Routledge, known to the world as Dame Patricia Routledge, was born on February 17, 1929, in Tranmere, Birkenhead, Cheshire, and passed away peacefully on October 3, 2025, at the age of 96. Her life was one of remarkable creativity and unwavering dedication to her craft, a journey that transcended acting, comedy, and singing. More than a performer, she was a storyteller of human nature, whose warmth, wit, and artistry made her one of Britain's most cherished figures. Best known for bringing the unforgettable Hyacinth Bucket, pronounced bouquet, to life and keeping up appearances from 1990 to 1995, she became a national treasure and earned 2 BAFTA nominations. Her humor, elegance, and impeccable timing made her one of the most recognizable faces in television history. Though her financial worth was estimated at $2.5 million, her real legacy was the laughter she gifted to the world. Born into a modest and loving home, Patricia grew up under the guidance of her father, a haberdasher and outfitter, who instilled in her a sense of order, humility, and diligence. She attended Birkenhead High School before going on to study English language and literature at the University of Liverpool. It was there that her interest in drama took root, nurtured by her mentor, Edmund College, who spotted her potential early on. His encouragement inspired her to pursue the stage seriously, leading her to train at the Bristol Old Vic Theatre School. By 1952, she made her professional debut at the Liverpool Playhouse, beginning what would become a long and distinguished career in the performing arts. Patricia's life on stage became her greatest passion. With a distinctive mezzo-soprano voice and a commanding presence, she brought depth and vitality to every role she played. Her early association with the Royal Shakespeare Company showcased her formidable range and discipline. She captivated audiences in productions like Richard III alongside Antony Sher in 1984, proving she could balance regal poise with emotional subtlety. Her West End appearances in Little Mary Sunshine, The Importance of Being Earnest, Noise is Off, and The Solid Gold Cadillac displayed her knack for blending humor with heart. In 1979, she earned an Olivier Award nomination for And a Nightingale Sang, solidifying her reputation as an actress who could move effortlessly between comedy and drama. Her transition into musical theater brought her international recognition. In 1968, she crossed the Atlantic and took Broadway by storm, winning the Tony Award for Best Actress in a Musical for her performance in Darling of the Day. 2 decades later, in 1988, she received the Olivier Award for her magnetic portrayal in Leonard Bernstein's Candide. Critics marveled at her gift for switching between hilarity and poignancy, often within the same moment. Her performances in Carousel as Nettie Fowler and The Best of Friends as Dame Laurentia McLaughlin further emphasized her versatility. Later, her touring show Facing the Music reflected on her decades-long devotion to theater, offering audiences not just entertainment, but insight into a life devoted to performance. For Patricia, the stage was sacred, a place where humanity could be both celebrated and examined. Beyond theater, Patricia also made memorable contributions to film and television. She appeared in the films To Sir with Love, 1967, and Don't Raise the Bridge, Lower the River, 1968, but it was on television that she achieved her greatest fame. Her collaborations with Alan Bennett and Victoria Wood during the 1980s revealed her profound understanding of character. Her role in Bennett's Talking Heads, A Lady of Letters, 1988, earned her a BAFTA nomination and remains one of her most poignant performances. Then came Hetty Wainthropp Investigates in the 1990s, where she played a shrewd, warm-hearted amateur detective. Her young co-star, Dominic Monaghan, would later speak of how deeply she influenced his early career, describing her as both mentor and friend. Yet it was keeping up appearances that forever etched her name into television history. Between 1990 and 1995, her portrayal of Hyacinth Bucket, a woman obsessed with social status and appearances, became a comedic masterpiece. Every exaggerated bouquet, every candlelit supper, every meticulously planned social event turned into moments of sheer brilliance. Patricia transformed what could have been a mere caricature into a deeply human portrait of ambition and insecurity. Her performance won her a British Comedy Award and, more importantly, the lasting affection of viewers around the world. Ironically, she once admitted that she personally couldn't stand people like Hyacinth, which only highlighted her ability to satirize with intelligence and empathy. Her artistry extended into radio and voice work as well. She appeared in numerous radio dramas, often collaborating again with Alan Bennett. Alongside Prunella Scales, she co-starred in Ladies of Letters, a witty and beloved radio series that displayed her impeccable delivery and comic rhythm. Her narrations of literary classics such as Wuthering Heights and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland introduced her to new generations of listeners. Her voice, clear, expressive, and filled with warmth, had the rare ability to create entire worlds from sound alone. Offstage, Patricia led a life marked by simplicity, faith, and generosity. She never married and had no children, but she often said that her life was full, enriched by friendships, meaningful work, and spiritual grounding. She spoke openly of having had 2 meaningful relationships in her youth, but believed her path was ultimately shaped by her devotion to her craft. From 2000 until her passing, she lived in Chichester, West Sussex, where she became a respected and cherished member of the community. A regular worshiper at Chichester Cathedral, she contributed to its restoration and supported causes such as the Beatrix Potter Society and the Royal Voluntary Service. Her friendship with Betty Boothroyd, the former Speaker of the House of Commons, was especially dear to her, and her recording of Climb Every Mountain was movingly played at Boothroyd's funeral in 2023, a fitting tribute to 2 extraordinary women. Her achievements were honored many times over. She was appointed OB in 1993, CBE in 2004, and elevated to Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire, DB, in 2017. These distinctions recognize not just her artistic brilliance, but also her compassion and contribution to cultural life. Universities across the United Kingdom awarded her honorary degrees, acknowledging the impact of her career on generations of artists and audiences alike. In 2022, the Royal Academy of Music made her an honorary member, and in early 2025, the Borough of Wirral, her birthplace, granted her the Freedom of the Borough, a touching recognition from the community where it all began. When news broke of her passing on October 3, 2025, tributes came from across the world. Fellow actors, directors, and fans expressed their love and gratitude. John Petrie, the BBC's director of comedy, called her a performer of extraordinary depth and range, while Keeping Up Appearances creator Roy Clark said he was privileged to have had her bring his characters to life. To many who grew up watching her, her death felt deeply personal, the loss of someone who had filled their homes with joy. Dame Patricia Routledge's legacy is one of warmth, laughter, and grace. Whether on stage or on screen, she brought authenticity to every role, touching hearts with her humor and humanity. She could make audiences roar with laughter one moment and bring them to tears the next, a gift reserved for only the greatest performers. Money and fame never defined her. Rather, it was the sincerity, humility, and joy she infused into her work that made her unforgettable. As we remember her, it's not just the image of Hyacinth Bucket or Hetty Wainthropp that lingers. It's the spirit of a woman who loved life and art in equal measure. Her passing marks the end of an era, yet her voice, her laughter, and her light continue to resonate. The world bids farewell, not in sorrow alone, but with deep gratitude for all she gave. Rest in peace, Dame Patricia Routledge. The laughter you inspired still echoes, and the grace you carried endures in every heart you touched.